you see it in things like the iPhone. Apple does this, made this sort of a convention. I don't have video of it, but I just love how the albums slide by when you're sorting through. They do it very well on their website. This is where they're illustrating a very different kind of arrangement, where they are kind of unifying by category, so that you can go through and scroll to find the product you're looking for. And it makes it kind of easy to get through and find what you're after. Now let's look at a bad example. Thousands and thousands of modules presented in alphabetical order in a teaser view. Well, don't worry. We have to our rescue the pager. Except the pager is a numeric pager. Would an alphabetical pager help? Well, maybe. Maybe the module should be organized in an alphabetical order. We do have an alphabetical listing, but it's all one page. And this page is huge. It's like 50 screens high. It's unbelievable. So it's very hard to find what you're looking for. You have to sort of search. Search becomes the only way to find things. So that's an area where, fortunately, there's some work being done in the Drupal.org redesign to improve how we find modules. And if you've gone to DrupalModules.com, that has a lot of the functionality. John Forsythe, who developed that, is helping the redesign team implement a lot of those things into Drupal.org, so it'll be easier to find modules that you're looking for. Let's talk about error handling. This is a big one. There are different kinds of error handling. There are the action slips. It's an accident due to repetitive tasks, an attention slip where you get distracted. There's a perception mistake where you're getting the wrong feedback and you choose to make a wrong decision. There's the decision making and knowledge mistake where you just don't know what to do. So what this does is it divides into two areas. There's the slips, which are things that you are not intending to do, that you do by accident. You misdial a phone number. And then there are the mistakes, where you end up clicking on the wrong thing because you have a mistaken notion or an unclear understanding of what's supposed to happen. Where do these things come into play? Well, those mistakes come into play in that Drupal welcome screen. This is one of the favorites, I think, for everybody. A wonderful welcome screen. You've gone through the setup of your database and everything, entered all that information, and then you get this welcome to your Drupal website. But you already filled out a form. What happened? You don't understand what's going on. So there's a problem with perception. It's not really clear what's happening. You don't know what to decide to do. Do you really need to create an account? You just created the site. Why isn't an account already created? And another problem is that there's no frame of reference for this. This really isn't like anything we encounter on a day-to-day basis. So the installation becomes stalled because we're not sure what to do next. And this becomes a big barrier, and a lot of people look at this and then they go away and they try WordPress or Joomla. There is a fix for this, and there are a whole bunch of issues. And I just love the title here. A number of the issues have been addressed, but there are several more, and it takes a whole combination of things because this stuff is hard-coded into Drupal core, and it's been there for years and years and years. So that's the node where all the issues are linked to, and you can help just with feedback, trying things out, applying patches to help testing, and if you're a programmer, you can actually help solve the problem by rolling some patches. Related to this, there's a usability sprint happening this weekend, right now, as I speak. It's happening in Europe, but it's also happening online. So if these kinds of things interest you, this is happening right now. You just go there and they have the information on where they're hanging out, the IRC chat room and everything. Bottom line is that errors happen. So how do you work with them? And I realize I got to pick up the pace here. So there's error handling where you can do confirmation. If there's a potential catastrophic slip or mistake, make sure the person really wants to do it. Do you really want to quit with all these tabs open? Because once that happens, you're not going to get it back. Do you want to close your application without saving the document? These are the kinds of things where confirmation can help. Having an undo, that's an important thing. Does the back button work? On flash sites, no. How many of you have been on a flash site and you're clicking around and you click back and it actually takes you back to Google or wherever you were before you even came to the site? The back button is a big undo in website user interface, and it's important that people understand that they can use that back button, and if they're not going to be able to use that back button, have to design some way of undoing within the interface itself so that people can do that. I want to go through an example of what I think is some really beautiful design. Amazon. Now this is an ugly page. I've always thought Amazon was ugly, but it really is wonderfully functional. You have your product, and what are you supposed to do? Well, you have this color contrasting button to add to shopping cart. Shopping cart buttons generally now are in the right side, so you sort of know where to look these days. We're habituated with it. It's all familiar. But then Amazon gives you other options, like you can add it to a shopping list or a wish list. You can watch it online. You can experience it in all sort of ways. So let's say you add it to the shopping cart. It's nice, but you can also change quantities. You can delete it. You can undo or modify your purchase. This means that there's forgiveness. I didn't mean to check it. I didn't want to put it in my shopping cart. I just wanted to put it on my wish list. You can change these things. If you're entering information and you go, oh, I want to go back, again, you get the browser information. It's like, do you really want to do this? Because it's going to send the information again. Well, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know now, well, maybe I better pay attention that something strange is going to happen. That's a nice thing that's actually in the browser. So Amazon gets you to a checkout, and again, look at this. This is really nice how you can change quantities, you can change shipping, you can make it a gift item on just about every step. But this is also a more streamlined screen. You're not getting suggestions. Now maybe you want to buy something else. And that's because we have constraint. When you have a focused part of the process, strip away the extras. Install wizards are like that, very constrained. It makes it more usable because it's pretty clear what you want to do, and you don't need to do one of 8 different things. You're going to do the one thing, strip away the corrupt. The nice thing that they do also is give you a nice summary screen, including the information that says after you click this, you're still going to be able to review it. Very forgiving interface, very reassuring. We're not stressing out from this process. So there's consistency in how Amazon is handling the transaction throughout the process. And you notice that in the right-hand corner, there's the same box there with the same summary, has all the information I want to know. And on the left side, you can see that there's all the information over there, and I can still change it. I can still do it. I can change my billing address. I can change my payment method. All is very forgiving. It's wonderful. And then when it's done, you get feedback. It tells you what to expect. It tells you the transaction has happened. And that is a nice way of doing it, I think. Now, they also send a lot of emails telling you the updates, like, oh, well, it's on back order, and then when it ships, they tell you, well, gee, you only paid $2 less than it was originally, so you save some money. So they're giving you lots of feedback.